Time to bring the bass back.
Mix is the beat of our culture. Your music.
I thank God for the opportunity to make music and for that music to be on a platform and people to come out and love.
Your stories.
It's gold for the Philippines.
The next generation of creators, artists, and filmmakers.
We bring you the latest and greatest impacting people from our community.
Spotlighting inspiring content from Generation Mix.
It's just a true honor to be able to do this, especially with all the great Filipino talent here.
Discover fresh artists first from around the world. Uniquely Filipino.
Step back three. He has got that.
Mix is the beat of our culture.
Hey guys, it's Sam with 2M's and welcome to this MYXclusive interview. Hello everybody and happy Tuesday. Thank you so much for joining us here. Also the last day of January, the first month of the year. So I hope that you all have a good end to the first month of the year, but also have an amazing next month, February. I'm manifesting, new opportunities for you all, new experiences and all of that. I'm so excited that you are here with us today on this Tuesday. So thank you so much for joining us once again. I'm also very excited because we're going to be having a very special guest who will be joining us. He is a singer-songwriter who is back with a new single called Osana Hosana. And he also recently collaborated with 3 OPM icons. I'm so excited to talk about that. So it's been a lot happening for 2023 for this artist. So everybody, please welcome to MYXclusive, Jarlo Base. Woo!
Hey guys, hello.
Hi Jarlo, thank you so much for joining us. Happy Tuesday. How are you feeling today? Kumusta ka naman?
I'm okay. Hello, thanks for having me.
We're very excited that you're here. It's been a very eventful January for you. Belated happy birthday. I know it was your birthday
Thank you. Thank you.
In January. So how was your January? Since it is the last day of January, mag-reminisce muna tayo for a bit. How was your January, your first month of 2023?
It's been, like you said, it's been quite eventful. I think I remember we met in December, right?
Yes,
I
we
like
did.
in person. Yeah. In her event. Yeah, that was nice. That was really nice. January's been quite busy for me. Actually, kakatapos ko lang and after everything you just said, I released a new single. I had a collaboration with my idols, basically, growing up. These are the people I was listening to when I was, much younger. I was working on a new song. Been working on like my collection of songs. I don't want to call it an album because I'm not sure how I'm gonna be putting stuff out yet. But it's just been a lot of making music for me. And then let's see how I'm gonna be putting stuff out this year. I wanna keep it a surprise pa kasi I personally am not sure of how I wanna go about it yet. How about you? How's your January so far?
Thank you for asking. I'm not used to people, asking me questions also. But I'm good. It was good also, January. For me, I think super chill then. Usually, kasi diba, first month of the year, you're trying to see how that goes. Especially after the holidays, medyo intense yung holiday season then, diba? But also for context for everybody tuning in, I actually did meet, we did meet in person at the Her event that we had last year in December, which was really fun. Getting to be obviously with her and also meeting a lot of other people. No, there's a lot of different artists then at that event. So that was so much fun, and socializing once again is a thing. Obviously, syempre tayo nasanay tayo in the pandemic, right? Not super seeing a lot of people. So how's that been for you? Also, I'm sure you also have been, with gigs and all, seeing people. How's that been for you being out there once again?
I guess at first, I would say, medyo awkward pa siya, especially with the face mask and all, right? Yeah, I think start of this year was when we started doing gigs again. But towards the end, medyo okay naman na. Medyo awkward lang talaga pag yung kausap mo naka-face mask pa rin or you feel like medyo dumidistansya pa siya. So, kind of have to put yourself in a position where you're like, hey, I want to make you feel like I'm okay getting close to you, but at the same time, okay, maybe you're not okay with that,
Yeah.
with not so much space. So parang lalayo ka ng onte. Yeah, yun nandun lang palagi. So, um, okay naman, okay naman.
Mm.
I guess, like, performing after the pandemic was a
Mhm.
bit, it felt new. It felt like it was
Mhm.
something that I've been, doing for so long, obviously, but it felt new. And um, nakakakaba mag-perform nung mga earlier months of this year. But yeah,
Mhm.
again, like, towards the end, parang walang nangyari, 'di ba?
Mhm.
I don't know if you've been doing like a lot of hosting gigs
Mhm.
again,
Yeah.
but 'di ba, parang it feels like, oh, we're back. Nothing happened. No more face masks. Like,
It,
yeah,
it's weird, no?
yeah,
Nakaka-disorient din siya a little bit because
mhm.
you're just kind of like, okay, no, like this was the life before like
Yeah,
COVID and
right.
all, which is weird
Yeah,
because it feels so far away, but also not that far away at the same time. And I get what you
yeah,
mean. Like it's a little bit awkward at first, especially pag naka face mask. Minsan nga, I can't recognize people when they're wearing a face mask. So sometimes it's a little bit hard also when you're in a social situation because you're like, oh no, this person's saying hi, but I'm not really sure because, like, you can't tell sometimes. So I get
yeah,
it. Like, I
yeah,
feel like
yeah.
we're all
Yeah.
there.
Plus, I just
Mm-mm.
want to add to that, like, not to be, judgmental or anything, but
Yeah, no, no, yeah, of
like,
course.
like when during the pandemic, when people had face mask pa, parang
Mm-mm.
ang dami mong crush, or like ang dami mong oy, like mga gets, like, especially like people
Yes.
you can see in that place again, like kunwari
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
a barista or like a neighbor, diba?
Mm-mm.
And then when you see them, I'm gonna sound like I'm so judgmental. I'm sorry, but when you see them again, you're like, okay, I guess, or he or she is not my crush anymore, diba?
Ah,
After, diba? Without the face mask. So
mm-mm.
yeah, that's actually one thing that I might have overshared, but yeah, that's
No,
something
that's
that me and
okay.
my friends always talk about. Like, ang dami mong crush nung pandemic, tapos nawala na
I feel
nung
like
after.
I've heard a lot of people talk about that too. Obviously, I
Mm-hmm.
mean, we're not being judgmental or anything, guys. Just being
Yeah.
real, obviously. And I mean, I'm
Mm-hmm.
sure a lot of you guys also have thought about that, finally knowing what a person looks like without a mask on. I think it's also like
Yeah.
like a different moment also. So obviously,
Mm-hmm.
that does not speak of their character, ha. Like we're just
Yeah,
saying it's
definitely,
how
definitely.
that's just how
Yeah.
it is talaga in the life during the pandemic, which we had to get used to, obviously. But
Mm-hmm.
thankfully now, I mean, still up to you if you want to wear masks and all of that. Being safe, that's very important. But we're happy that we're able to have these social interactions once again, like gigs and all of that, because it's one of my favorite ways to enjoy music. I'm sure a lot of people can relate to that as well. And speaking of gigs, I know you had a like birthday gig that you also launched the new single at
Mm-hmm.
also. So what was that like? How was that?
It was fun. It was
Mm.
actually the first time that my dad, uh, because he visited from the States, so haven't
Mhm.
seen him in 4 or 3 years. They live in the States, my family.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Yeah. You know what? The lighting in your house looks like you're in America. It's
Really?
so bright. Yeah. Sorry. I have a lot of random thoughts this morning.
It's okay, me too.
So in
Mm-mm.
music videos, like, so I was making music video before, and then
Mhm.
I was trying to send pegs, tas lahat from the States.
Mhm,
Then I
mhm,
was like,
mhm.
I love how the lighting here is bright, but like it's not too overpowering, ganun, ganun. And then
Mm-mm.
the director explained to me na the reason why movies or like music videos look like that in America is because of how the sun reflects in their area. Yeah, and
Yeah.
apparently it's a thing, right?
Mhm.
Weird, right? Because you
The
would
lighting
think,
is different nga when you're there. Like when you take pictures, it's always like so
mm-hmm,
nice. Not to say the
yeah,
lighting here is not nice. It's just different.
yeah, yeah.
Like
Here
you
we
could
go again,
tell.
like being judgmental, people. No, just kidding.
No,
We're just
no,
kidding, guys.
no,
We're joking.
seriously. Like that's just
Yeah,
how it is. Like I think that's. I feel like I don't know. I've
yeah.
noticed it then. So I think that's
Right, right. Yeah.
yeah. I think that's a valid
Mm-hmm.
point. I think a lot of people can also be more they'll notice it more now after watching this
Yeah,
interview.
thanks to us, Sam and
Uh-oh.
Jarlo.
Exactly.
You
But
learned
since
so
it is
much.
daytime here, I'm obviously not in the States. But that's exciting. Your dad was able to go to the gig. So what
Oh
was that
yeah,
like?
yeah.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah, it was exciting, very fun. I think that was also the first time I was super tipsy performing live because I usually
Oh,
don't drink in gigs. Like
yeah,
I like
yeah.
drinking at home. Making music while you're drinking is actually super fun.
Mhm.
Like you lose like all your self doubt and you can just freely create.
Yeah.
So that was fun. A lot of the my label Sony, were there. Yeah, sila everybody. It's hard to name one person because you're gonna have to name
Shout out to
everybody.
Sony
Hello,
Philippines.
everyone.
Yeah.
Yeah, hello. My friends Isanigo performed. Who else? Sila. I don't know if you know. Off Mercury were there also.
Mhm.
Yeah, I was so happy that night. I think I forgot everybody na. But my friends were there. Yeah, to join me and have fun with me. Yeah,
Mhm.
okay naman. The gig was fun. It was mostly a celebration. Like,
Yeah.
mhm.
Yeah. I mean, that's cool. You're able to celebrate your birthday, also the new single, and a new thing, also being able to. Props to you, being able to perform while tipsy. Because I also have that rule, like when I'm hosting, I don't really drink, especially at
Right.
events and stuff like that.
Especially hosting, I think that would
Yeah,
be weird.
yeah.
Yeah.
I know some people can do it, but I personally, I would just rather not. I don't know, because you never know how it'll end up. You
Yeah,
know what I
yeah.
mean?
Or
Like at
really,
that
some
per
some
event.
people drink when they host.
Yeah,
That's
I know.
nice.
Maybe like a shot. I don't know, like
Okay,
just to
right,
get you
right.
going. Maybe not like I don't know, but that's how I would imagine it to be. But that's really fun. I'm happy you were able to do that for your birthday and also with
Yeah.
the release of
Oh,
the
I think that
single.
was my first time also. Thank you,
Mhm,
thank you. Yeah, that was the first time
mhm.
that I had an event for my birthday. Because usually during
Oh,
my birthday, I just yeah, kasi it was my 21st birthday, so it had to be special.
wow, love
Yeah,
that for you.
yeah.
Love that for you. We love youngins, we love Gen Z ness.
Yeah, I forgot.
21.
Yeah, yeah. I forgot to set my camera to point 0.5. I'm sorry.
Oh
I was
yeah,
late.
legal to drink in the States.
Mm-hmm.
21. So
Finally,
finally,
finally.
finally, I'm happy for you. You've reached this
Thank you.
milestone in your life. Yeah, naman ako, I'm older than 21, but grabe. But I know that feeling. I'm
Yeah.
also, I'm turning 22 naman. Joke lang. No naman. No, but I'm so
People are
happy
so
that you're,
confused. Yeah. Thank you,
yeah,
thank you. It was a
of
fun
course, yeah,
event. Thank you for
yeah,
asking. Yeah, I
of
should have
course.
invited everyone. Could
Mhm.
have seen. I should have invited her also. Her, balik
Actually,
ka naman. Birthday ko sa sa
yeah.
20. Come back.
Missed opportunity, feeling ko. Dapat we told her at that event.
Yeah, that was yeah. But I was
Yeah,
so
super.
stunned when I met her. I was like,
Mhm.
yeah. I remember before going to that event, I was like,
Mhm.
okay, I'm gonna, to talk to the pin ko to see her. Like, I'm gonna tell her
Mhm.
everything I know about music. I'm gonna ask her about like her stuff, how she makes music.
Yeah.
Because she plays different like instruments also. She plays the piano, guitar, and
Yep.
I do the same thing. I produce and stuff like that. You write.
Mhm.
Let's go. Okay, we have so much in common. There's so many things to talk about. When I got there, I was like, and then she goes, "Hi," and then she was the one asking me pa about for my name. Like, what's your name? Like, hi, are you from here? Yeah, yeah. And I'm like, yeah, yes, thank you. I love your music. Bye. I was so stunned. That's okay. Si idol pala to eh.
Right? I love her. And
Yeah,
she's so
yeah.
beautiful, even more beautiful in person, you
Yeah.
guys. Like,
Mm-hmm.
wow.
Yeah.
Grabe.
Yeah.
So I can relate. It was also very like, oh my God, like it's her. Like I feel it.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah.
what an amazing last few months for you. That was in
I
December
know. I
also, and
know.
we're celebrating January with also a new single, Osana Hosana. Let's talk about
Yeah.
that too. So
Hosanna,
can you tell us more
Hosanna.
about this track, which I think is a very interesting, like, mending of sounds. When I was
Mm-hmm.
listening to it, I was like, it's very interesting. Like, it makes you feel a lot of different things also when you listen to
Mm-hmm.
it. You feel very immersed in it, especially if you listen with headphones, you guys. I recommend. But yeah, tell us more about this track.
uh, yeah, Hosanna, Hosanna. It's a track that's
Hmm.
really different from what they usually put out, for sure.
Yeah.
And um, I guess before I start talking about what the track is, this is actually, at least for me, on a personal level. So I released this on my
Hmm.
birthday, and this is sort of like I guess a sign or like a symbol for me to like um just sh- showcase like who I am as an artist, like all my other sides, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because before
Mm-hmm.
it's always been um how do I say this? Always been like more about easier listening songs. You know, like my chill
Mm-hmm.
R&B stuff, my like songs like Kalapati and Honey May where it's like more boppy. So this one is more of ano, parang just like a personal stamp for me. Na, okay, like from now on, this year I'm not gonna be afraid to put out what I want to put out because it's always there, right? You're always gonna be afraid, which is
Mm-hmm.
actually what the song is about. Also, it's about your fears, your anxieties, like going through dark times and then trying your
Mm-hmm.
best to fight through it. Um, and yeah, like I think it's best to listen to the song if you wanna know what it's about. But in terms of like sound, it's quite intense. Some
Mm-hmm.
people would say it's still pretty chill, but I think it's a very intense song na hard hitting siya. Like for example, just for context, yung last song ko was 6-8 na malumanay natin. This one is like, oh, sana. So medyo nakakagulat siya, but surprisingly, nagugustuhan naman ng listeners ko, which is a really good thing for me.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and yeah, but after this release, definitely, um, everyone can expect a more consistent type of sound in terms of like,
Interesting.
yeah, like genre and direction. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Osana is just really about that. Like it's quite dark, but at the same time, I guess you can feel yung sense of power and hope.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
to fight
That's what I was
through
gonna
that
say. Like,
darkness.
yeah, it's kind of like a trip, like a roller coaster ride when you kind of listen to it, because it starts out very like dark. Like I said, I felt very immersed when you listen to it, kind of
Mm,
like
yeah,
when you're like swallowed, kind of like that. I don't know, like that's
yeah,
how I felt
yeah. Mm-hmm.
when I first heard like especially the first part, and then it kind of like builds and it kind of has like a breakthrough, which I thought was really cool. Like it was really telling a story.
Thank
So
you,
to everybody,
thank you
yeah,
very much.
that was
I
the vibe
appreciate that.
when I
Yeah, I'm really
yeah.
about storytelling, so I appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, and to everybody tuning in, if you haven't listened to it, you guys are definitely missing out. I mean, this is a different side of Jarlo that we are listening to, but that's always exciting. I love any kind of versatile artists. We love seeing different sides of our artists, right? So
Thank you.
this definitely is a new thing for him and very exciting as well. So make sure to check it out on your favorite digital streaming platforms. It's everywhere. But aside from that, you also started this year in a huge way by dropping a collab, like I said, with you like you said, some of your idols in OPM. We have Barbie
Hmm.
Almalvis, Marcus Cueta, and Pochoy Labog. So very interesting collab also, which is called Peraso. So could you tell us more about what was your experience like actually before that? How did this collab even come about between all of you guys?
Yeah. Um, so I think back in November or like early
Mm-hmm.
December. No, November. Sir Junji Marcelo, which is one of the greatest OPM music producers and rock songwriters of this nation, I believe. He
Yes.
called me one night and it was so random because he was like, Dane, can I call you? Which was, at first I was, takot pa ako, like, what did I do? I checked my post,
Yeah.
like, did I say anything about like
Anybody who
music,
texts like that, yeah.
right? Like, why? And
Mhm.
but Sir Junji's a very positive and fun guy. So I was like, okay, sige, I'll just okay, Sir Junji, hello po. How can I help you? Ganyan. He
Mm-mm.
called me and then he told me about the project. And we're trying to form this group, but I can't tell you who's gonna be in it yet. But I think you're a great addition to it. Yeah. And I was like, okay. Interesting. Can I know more details? Ganyan, ganyan. So yung sinabi niya lang that time was I was gonna be part of this super band. That's what he said. Like it's like a one song super band. And I'm like, okay, all right.
Wow.
So I was excited. So okay, so and then he mentioned na mga kasama ko mga uh, I didn't say legend but like parang older musicians daw. Parang ganun, the way he put it was super low key. And I was like, all
Okay.
right. So I wasn't expecting much. Kasi, I mean, if it's a project that's going to be involving me, parang ako, okay, it's probably going to be a simple one lang na, because like low-key lang ganyan. And then we made the group chat and I saw their names and I was like, oh my God. Wow. Tapos we had a meeting online through, basta like, I think Zoom or something. Tapos, we started talking about the song, ganyan, ganyan, ganyan. And towards the end, he was like, okay, just to make it clear. So imagine I'm Sir Junji. He was like, to make it clear, so Pachar is going to be playing bass, Barbie's, songwriting, vocals, ganyan, ganyan. Tapos Mark is going to play drums. Tapos Jarlo is going to be our producer. And I'm like, what?
Wow.
What? Like legit, like when I found out, I was like, what? I don't know.
What's happening?
Yeah, but I couldn't show them that. I don't want to show them
Yeah,
na parang
of course.
hindi ko to kaya. But for
Yeah.
sure, my face was like, and then, yeah, and I saw them seeing that, parang, and then they kind of smiled and laughed. Ganyan, ganyan. Parang it was a fun moment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then it was so, from then, sobrang swabe na lahat. Like, si Barbie started the verse, parang she gave us one verse, tas I wrote some stuff. Tapos after like 2 weeks, wala masyadong nagsasalita eh. We were like, I think we were all just trying to do our own thing going towards the Christmas season. It's just one night, parang tinry ko na gumawa ng chorus. I was like, you know what? Like, I feel like I can do something. Kasi big thing siya sa akin eh. So even though 2 weeks na siya, it's always the back of my mind. Just excited lang talaga ako about it. So I wrote this chorus. And then, when I was about to send it, I was like, message ko muna si Sir Junji, kinakabahan ako eh. Kasi what if they don't like it and they kick me out after parang, di ba, send ko sa kanila tapos message nila si Sir Junji, this new kid, I don't think he's fit in this group. Like, we don't like his chorus. But yeah, they loved it, thankfully. I was like, And then, lahat sila, we love this, ganyan, ganyan, ganda. Screenshots, ko sa lahat ng barkada ko na musician. I'm like, guys, nagustuhan ni Barbie, ni Mark, ganyan, ni Pochoy.
Wow.
So, super, talaga siya. Like, it was definitely a nice Christmas gift. I've been able to go through that. And eventually we released the song na swabe na lahat. We jammed, we recorded. Tapos, I had the deadline eh. So, I had to quickly put everything together. But for some reason, it felt like I just had all the ideas I needed. Because usually I take my time when I write songs. Pero with that one, talagang parang binagsakan lang ako ng blessings. Tapos, yun. So yeah, one of the nicest experiences ko making a track. Definitely.
Yeah, I love this whole journey that you just kind of like painted for us. Like, obviously, it's a big thing. I love that it was a little bit low key in the start. That when you found out, you'd be like, "Oh my God, what's happening?" Right?
Yeah.
And I can imagine also like, syempre, these artists that you were working with, like Barbie, Mark, and Pachoy, they've been making music also for like quite some time, and they really know what they're doing, right? I mean, so do you, but like I can imagine like being the kind of like the person
new guy,
but props to you for getting over that hump of fear. Like I can imagine, we all know what that's like, getting a little bit scared, nervous, and all of that. But it's moments like that that we grow as people, and for you as artists. And now we have the beautiful song Peraso to actually listen to. So can you tell us more about like what the track is actually about?
Yeah, so Peraso, it's so basically it means puzzle piece, right? Or Peraso, or not even a puzzle piece, like any part of anything that's a part of a whole. And we started, so it's a song about God actually. So it's a worship song, and we didn't want, it's not that we didn't want to sound like a worship band, or we didn't want it to sound like a worship song, pero parang we just wanted to write something that was very natural to us, or for us. And yun yung sound, and even like the way we would write lyrics, parang ayokong sabihin na iniwasan namin sabihin yung God, or like to be like masyadong upfront na just para sa ito ganun, but Kasi kami ni Pachoy, like we were talking, kami yung pinaka hindi masyado like I guess pronounced na like we weren't super out there Christians, you know.
Mhm.
And that's something that I really love about the writing process and the group. Parang we were also honest with who we were. You know, like this is a Christian project and we're doing a Christian song, but actually, yeah, that was something that I told Sir Junji din na, Sir Junji, I'm not I'm not a very good Christian. Like, you know, I'm not like everyone na talagang, you know, they always go to Sundays, so
Mhm.
they have small group ganyan. Tapos siya sabi, it's okay, like there's no problem. Ganyan. Basta he explained everything, ganyan, ganyan, okay naman. And that is actually what Piraso is all about. Na there's always going to be something missing sa atin eh. Like,
Mm.
and uh, it's God or it's the things that He has created for us na can help us feel whole again, or at least find our way to be whole again. Because you know
Mhm.
sometimes parang when we feel in like hollow inside or incomplete, parang naghahanap tayo ng things to fill that void, right?
Mhm.
So that's actually what the chorus is about when I was writing it. So there's a verse, Ecclesiastes, I think it's I forgot, 332 or 33 or something like that. There is eternity in the hearts of men, right?
Mm.
So what
Mhm.
that means, at least how I understood it, was there's always going to be this hole, di ba? Whether it's anxiety or kahit yung dreams lang natin as human beings na I want to be this, I want to be that, and every time we don't get it, we feel like a bit of hollowness inside, or
Mhm.
meron tayong breakup na nangyari, or friend na nawala, or gamit na nawala, whatever it might be, there's always that, di ba? Minsan nga, like you have everything but you feel hollowness pa rin, emptiness. And sometimes yung sa pursuit natin of filling that void, we forget na, you know, there's if you're a Christian, if you're a believer, there's that one person you can always run to, di ba? Or at least there are things na He created for us na we can run
Mhm.
to ano. So yeah, that's what Pirasa is all about. I guess finding those missing pieces in our lives so we can put it all together and be
Oh. Wow. I love how
I
you
just sorry, I just feel like when I started talking about it, parang seryoso na, parang okay, we're gonna start preaching now.
No, we love it. We love it. No, we love it. I
And
mean,
to
that's
break
good
the
reflection time. I was really reflecting while you were talking. I was like,
okay, right, right, yeah.
yeah, no, I think it's true because a lot of people, I feel like a lot of us, we do feel like something's missing, every now and then, if not all the time in our lives. And a lot of us really do look to our faith, whatever that may be for other people. Our faith is our own. So I love that, a lot of people can relate to that. I think it's a really important thing to get out there as well. So to everybody tuning in, if you do feel like something's missing in your life, maybe you could listen to this track and maybe it could help you also find these things in the things that
Mhm.
are in your life, right? So if you haven't yet, make sure to listen to Piraso by, of course, Jarlo Base, and also Barbie Amaldis, Marcus Cueta, and Puchoy Labog. It's available on your favorite music digital streaming platforms everywhere. But like what Jarlo said a while ago, very exciting. These new releases also will mean that there's going to be more releases in the future with what he said is a more consistent sound. I think that's what you said a while ago, or a
Yeah,
more
yeah.
realized sound coming from Jarlo. So, what can we expect coming from you? I know you don't want to spoil anything, but you said you've been working on music as well. So, what can we expect?
Yeah, so my movie is coming. Just kidding. I'm
No,
just kidding.
wow.
No movie, no movie. Yeah, I guess malay mo, new music every month, right? Like I guess you
Mhm.
guys would like that. To anybody who's listening right now, but yeah, more music, more content. Marami rin daw akong
Mhm.
like just so everybody knows. Dun sa nakikinig sa akin from before pa.
Mhm.
You know na I mean, they know that I've been posting a lot on my YouTube before, like years ago. And then suddenly one day it stopped, right? And I still have it. It's because my account got locked.
Oh no.
Yeah. And it's so hard for me to get it back. So I've been trying my
Okay.
best to get it back. I have
Okay.
found some loopholes, some way to get it back, but ayun, it just takes some time. So we're just waiting
Mhm.
on that. And once makuha ko yan, I'm gonna flood you guys with content and music. more gigs this year. Yeah. Follow me on my socials para ma-update kayo. Because I like to make surprise updates. Yeah, that's my
There you
thing.
go. So where can everybody
Good at
follow
that.
you?
You can follow me at Jericho Rosales Official. Um,
Wow!
sorry. Parang nagulat
Gulat
din siya,
ako.
no? Parang, oh my God, wow, am I really, is this you, Jericho? No, it's
I
at
was
Jarlo.
gonna say, wow, your real name's Jericho. Like I was like, that's interesting that you said Rosales. I was like, oh my god, help.
Yeah.
Okay, go
It's
go go.
official, parang, that's his, yeah, official tag. But yeah, it's at Jarlo Base. My name is right
Mhm.
here, right?
Yes,
Yeah, you see this? Yes, at Jarlo Base.
this.
Yeah.
There you go, guys. Make sure to follow Jarlo on his social media. Maybe one day he will surprise us with a movie, oh, diba? So you never know.
Mm-hmm. You never
But
know.
definitely with music, very very soon as well. And also make sure to listen to all of his available music on your favorite music digital streaming platforms. But also before you go, you had an interesting story. I think just yesterday or a few hours ago, while I was doing research, not stalking, for this interview, I saw that you listen to New Jeans. So I love asking people who are their so good, so good. Who are their favorite artists right now or song recommendations that they can give to everybody before we go?
Vibe.
Vibe, definitely.
Vibe by Taeyang and Jimin. Because
So good.
Taeyang is actually my first K-pop idol. So when I was in high school,
Really?
yeah, and Big Bang was still they're still a pretty big K-pop group, but they're more
Yes.
like a legend K-pop group
Mhm,
now.
mhm.
But when they were still actively putting songs together, I was a fan. I was really really young. My sister was super into K-pop. She loved Shiny and Big Bang and all the K-dramas. And
Love that.
back then, yeah, right. And back then, I was like, K-pop. You can't even
Mm,
understand. And now
yeah.
now I'm like so addicted to K-pop. Yeah, galing talaga ng producers
Wow.
to that. Yeah, vibe. And of course, New Jeans. Like I've been so addicted to them then for the past I think 2 weeks. Medyo bago ko eh. How long has it been since they put stuff out? I'm not sure. Has it
Since
been
last
years?
year, I think around October? No,
It's been a
maybe around.
year, na, right?
Yeah, since last year. Not a year yet, just a few months pa lang. But
Wow,
not
and they're that big.
yeah, they're actually very,
What?
very popular. I love them. Like, I'm
Yeah, I
obsessed.
love them. Yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm
Oh, is it
obsessed.
true?
But I
One
wa-
girl is 14 years old.
yes, their youngest is 14 years old, and it's actually their tallest also.
Yeah, yeah. They're so tall. Like they all look like they're the same height, and their faces don't look. Because I have mga pamangkin na 14, 15. They look young.
Yeah,
They
for
don't.
sure.
I mean, they are all Koreans because they kind of look the same. Like,
Yeah.
diba? They don't age. It's like
No, I
all
feel like
age.
yeah. No, because now I feel like with the new generation of K-pop artists, I feel like a lot of them have been training for so long. You know what I mean? That even though
Yeah.
they're young, when they debut, they look a little bit more mature than their actual age because they've
Right.
been training for so long. They're so ready for that moment. And like when you look at other groups from like even BTS, for example, when they debuted, they look medyo totoy pa at that time. When they
Mm-hmm.
debuted.
Right,
Yeah.
right, right.
I
Yeah.
think it's a fourth gen thing, but I love that. I never pegged you for a K-pop person, but I love that
Oh
you love
yeah, I
K-pop.
love K-pop. Yeah, the
Mhm.
production, the quality. I was watching a lot of New Jeans videos last night, more of like mga reaction videos or like who is the producer, ganyan ganyan. And
Yes.
ang ganda eh, like just how they make their music videos pa, the art
Mhm.
direction.
Mhm,
Like
mhm,
there was
mhm.
one guy who said na parang New Jeans' Ditto music video is like an anti-K-pop video. Like
Yeah.
how K-pop is all about beauty shots and like
Mhm, mhm.
making sure everything is perfect. Yung
Mhm,
sa New
mhm.
Jeans parang I mean beautiful sila eh, 'di ba? Pero parang walang beauty shots, wala yung mga
Mhm, mhm.
alam mo yun, parang
Yeah.
everything so and if you watch it again, watch the side A ng Ditto music video. 'Di ba there's side A, side B. Pag winatch mo yung side A, may part doon na sumasayaw sila tapos mali-mali yung ginagawa nung isa.
Yeah, yeah.
Parang sinasadya nila ipakita na it's not perfect.
Yeah.
That's even just how fast the cuts are na parang the way usually may continuity sa story. When they
Mhm.
make yung dito at least, parang putol-putol tapos bumabalik-balik. Tapos yun pala kasi di ba may twist sa dulo na,
Yes.
yeah. So, ayun. Kala mo, may spoil yung movie, ayaw pa sabihin. Pero if anyone hasn't watched it yet, di ko sabihin, panoorin nyo na lang. But,
Yeah, it's an experience, guys. You really have to watch it. If you're not into New Jeans just yet, this is your sign. We love New Jeans.
yeah.
We love them. I love
Yeah,
them.
legit,
I really love
legit.
them.
Yeah,
Yeah,
legit.
like they're very refreshing. Especially if you're not into K-pop, I think this is a good way to kind of immerse yourself, get to know more about it by listening to New
Yeah.
Jeans and a lot more other artists also. From there, it will snowball. You know what I mean? Like it always just gets
Yeah.
one group, and then it snowballs after. So
Yeah.
there,
Yeah,
those
I would
are
suggest
recommendations.
Dean also. Yeah,
I
Dean.
love Dean, but where is
Yeah.
he? Like nobody knows.
Yeah. He's maybe he's gonna surprise us with a movie also. Maybe we have a movie together.
Yes,
Yeah, right.
that's true. You never know. Oh, see, Jarlo bringing
See,
Dean back in 2023.
MYXclusive indeed. You heard
Yes,
it here
exactly.
first.
You heard it here first. You never know. But till then, make sure to listen to all of Jarlo's music that's available now
Thank
and
you
his
very
content that's
much.
available now online. But thank you so much, Jarlo, for joining us here on MYXclusive. It was great chatting with you on this Tuesday morning. Thank you for joining us. And thank you as well to everybody who tuned in to this MYXclusive interview. Once again, this has been Sam with 2 M's and Jarlo Basa. Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.